Hello folks, hello, here we are, we're doing it. F1 Manager 2023. It's live, it should be live, we're live. My name's Steve, I'm the Community Manager on F1 Manager 23. I'm already seeing Let's Go's in chats. Hello if you are joining us from the Twitch front page, on the Frontier channel or the F1 Manager channel. We are here to celebrate the early unlock of F1 Manager 23. This man has 2 first names. This man has 4 first names, but we won't go into that. Hello, welcome if you're joining us. The digital Deluxe Edition even of F1 Manager 2023 is now live. Early unlock is there. If you're already downloading it and you're joining us, thank you, welcome. I hope it's not killing your download speeds too much to watch us, but I think you're going to be in for a treat. We've got a really special stream today. We are going to be joined by a couple of F1 creators you may have already seen in our content teasing this stream. But before we get into that, I just want to let you know that F1 Manager 2023 is available now to play if you have the Deluxe Edition. If you don't have the Deluxe Edition, you can still get it now and play right now. We have got 2 versions for you. The Standard Edition is available for $44.99. That will be launching on July 31st. That's Monday. If you can't wait till Monday, you can pick up the Digital Deluxe Edition now and start playing with early unlock. So let's get into it. We're going to open up with a special guest as well. I've got somebody joining me on the sofa here. Hello, how you doing? This is Harry Benjamin. This is F1 broadcaster Harry Benjamin. How are you doing? Tell us a bit about yourself, Harry.
Oh, well, firstly, thank you very much for having me here. It's
Absolutely,
awesome
yeah. We needed a professional.
Yeah, sure. Coffee couldn't do it, basically. No, it's awesome to be here. I am an F1 broadcaster.
Yes.
I commentate and present in Formula One. I've just got back from Hungary doing the F1 Juniors broadcast.
Lovely, okay. Yes, so, the first ever one.
Me and some young kids having a go at commentary, which was loads of fun. And I also do the BBC Radio 5 Live's commentary.
Awesome.
And anything I can get my hands on, really.
Like this?
Like this, exactly.
Yeah.
What a day. Thanks for the invite for the launch of F1 Manager. It looks amazing.
It does, and I think we've got a lot of excited people. It's one of those things where, a big thing for us is having that authenticity and that professional vibe. So
why have you gone for me then?
Why are either of us here at this point? But yeah, so you're here to help us get through this challenge. We have the special F1 Creator Challenge. I'm going to go through a little bit of what this challenge is for you now, because I've seen a few questions asked about this and we've kind of teased it, and I just want to go through the actual rules of this challenge and what we're going to do here. So we have got 3 F1 creators who I'm sure many of you have already heard of. We are joined by BRRRAKE F1, we are joined by Matt from P1, and we are joined by Ben Daly. They are going to be doing this head-to-head challenge with us. So what we're going to do as part of this head-to-head challenge is the following, and I've got notes here because it's not that complicated. We all watch F1, it's not that complicated, but still, we're doing a stream. It's nice to have these notes. So each creator has been given a save with some twists that we're going to get into, but they are it's based on one of our exclusive scenarios as part of the Deluxe Edition, which you'll have seen. They will all be starting from P19 and P20 with their respective teams. They've all chosen teams, which we're going to reveal. They will all be starting P19 and P20, and we are going to basically give them a score for each overtake they manage. So that's how we're going to score it. We're going from P19 and P20, and every time they gain a position by the end of the race, if they can't get much worse than P19 and P20, but if they lose those places before the end of the race, obviously that point's going to be gone. So positions gained by the end of the race, that's what we're judging people on here, and there will be a bonus point awarded for finishing the race in the allotted time. If you've watched an F1 Manager stream before, you know that we always run over. So if these guys can finish the race before the end of the stream, they're going to get a bonus point just for helping us go home a little bit earlier. That's the goal. So that's the incentive. Yeah, that format I think is going to be quite exciting. This is something we've never done with F1 Manager before. So having 3 people on, we've done streams before where we've had 2 people pick a driver each, and we've kind of battled it out before. But this is going to be quite exciting because we've got a real proper head-to-head here with some people that know F1, I think, fairly well, I think is fair to say. I think they would allow me to say that. So that's the challenge. We have also got some goodies to give away, which I know everyone in chat is really here for, the fancy things. And I'm going to show these off to you as well. You may have already seen these from a couple of influencers and creators that we've shared these with, but these are these fancy boxes on the table with me here. So we have got, for you in chat, 3 custom F1 Manager mechanical keyboards, which are... Oh, honestly, I'm so excited for this. We're just going to get into it. I'm going to show it you now. I'm going to open it up. And
Everybody
hold it up to
raves
camera.
about these. I've seen these online from some of these guys with us that have seen them. They love these things. They're over and beyond anything else.
Honestly, this is. I'm not being, but I am being biased. But I think this is one of the nicest things that we've ever done. This is. Oh gosh, I can't even get it out of the box. It's too exciting.
Do you want some help?
Yeah, you hold
if
the box.
I hold the box,
There
team
we go.
effort.
There we go.
There
Look
we
at
go.
that. Okay. To the camera, as much as you can see this, if you haven't already seen this, this is one of our very, very nice mechanical keyboards. And I don't know if, can I get it?
Bit of ASMR going on there, yeah.
Hello everybody and welcome to this F1 Manager stream with clicky keys. There you go. There's all sorts of stuff in here. You've got some extra keycaps in here as well. I know the mechanical keyboard people in the chat here are going to be going crazy. I want to see this on the mechanical keyboard subreddit. That's how I know that this is a successful keyboard. So we've got 3 of those to give away, and I reckon we should probably just give one away right now. I think that's the best thing. Let's just start as we mean to go on. There's 3 of them. We've got enough time to give away 3, so let's start right now.
I thought you'd never ask.
Yeah, let's do it.
Thank you. Cheers.
Have a look. Yeah, have a look through it. So I do have to read you some T's and C's for this because it's a competition. So let me get my notes for T's and C's. But effectively, what I need you to do in chat is type in F1M23, all in capitals as one word, F1M23, basically, in caps, and that will enter you into the competition, and it will be for 5 minutes. Now, to enter this giveaway, I'm about to give you a keyword which I have already given you. Competition will close in 5 minutes, and after that, we will pick one winner in the chat. This is a Frontier Twitch channel only competition, so if you're watching in the F1 Manager Twitch channel, this won't work. The bot won't notice your entry. So please enter this over on twitch.tv/Frontier. Geographical restrictions apply. Check the T's and C's for full details at frontier.co.uk/legal. This is the most exciting thing I've ever read to you, so I hope you're entering this competition. If you're a winner, look out for a Twitch direct message from the official Twitch account, the official Twitch Frontier account, and that's F1M23 with an exclamation mark at the front. In that chat, go and do that in that chat, and then you will be entered. You've got 5 minutes to do it, and I think it's worth it. I mean, that's a lovely little keyboard for free, just for watching us doing a silly stream. Isn't that good? So yeah, get in there and get that done. Whilst we're doing that, whilst we're waiting for that that competition to go through, we'll obviously let you know once you've won. But let's go and watch our, I think, fancy launch trailer. You may not have already seen this because you're here watching this, but we have a new launch trailer, and I don't mean to big this up, but I've obviously seen this a few times, and I don't think a trailer has got me hyped.
I've not seen it.
This is really exciting. I'm really excited for you to watch this. This is really exciting. There's the way this trailer builds up. Oh, please, let's watch it. Sure. We'll be back after the trailer. F1 Manager 23 launch trailer. Let's go.
Let's get this underway.
Let's just put our head down.
It's turned in on me.
Started to get increased deck on the tire.
What is this?
Just had a snap.
The Red Bull takes the win.
Yes!
The sprint today sees the drivers tackle 19 laps of the Lusail International Circuit. Oh, look up!
Right, head down. We'll leave you to it.
So what is the plan?
Okay, so we think a box for Inter.
Copy, box.
You got Verstappen right behind you. Try and hold position.
Yeah, I'm trying, mate. I'm trying.
The competition is certainly tense at the front, with both cars neck and neck. Will we see a change for the lead?
Yeah, it's
That
good,
was
right?
cool. That was cool.
Honestly, I don't think it's bigging up that trailer to say that, especially as you get to the end and it says race replay, rewrite the race, and you get to the Monaco bit. Obviously, these race replay things are going to be really cool. I think that one in particular, having the option to potentially rewrite that small little moment for Fernando there that could have changed the race.
There are so many bits that got me about this game when I was having a read through what was updated for 23, and that was the main thing. Just could Fernando Alonso have won Monaco? Could you do that? Could you rewrite history? But equally, all of the scenarios, and there's going to be more scenarios as the season unfolds, because of course we're only halfway. Well, we're now just over halfway through. So who knows what you could be up against? It's that, as you said at the start, the authenticity between it that I think that's unlike anything we've really ever had before.
Yeah, I'm really excited for it, and it's really nice to see that as we've revealed what these scenarios are and what the exclusive scenarios are for the pre-order and what the exclusive scenarios for the Deluxe Edition are. People have gone, actually, I'm really interested in playing that one. I want to see how people do, and I want to see if people can beat me, because they will. But we did this on our last stream, and I'm interested to see how people can compare to my shambolic attempts at getting through these with strategy, because I'm not a strategist. But
you could work for Ferrari then. It'd be fine.
Well, speaking of strategists and the potential to prove yourself in strategy, I think that is an excellent segue. Oh, by the way, we do a thing on these streams where we win segues. So it's 1-0 to me because I've just done an awesome segue. I have had to explain the competition to you because you didn't know about it.
Fine.
But so now it's your chance to try and do a segue that's as good as that.
Wouldn't I have won that because I kind of set you up for it?
Ooh.
No?
I don't know.
It's like you scored the goal, but I set you up.
We might have to put that to chat.
Yeah,
we might have to put that to chat.
Come on, I'm the newbie. Give me a bit of slack.
Who won the segue there? Oh, we've got a winner. We've got a winner. The winner has been chosen. And of course, it's somebody with an obscene name with lots of X's in it that I can't read from here. So I'm going with Zyko Zykin. I'm really sorry if that's not your name, but Zyko Zykin, that looks like it. X's. There's been a lot of talk about X's lately, and I can't think of why that might be. However, thank you, Zyko Zykin. You are the winner of the first of 3 extremely limited custom F1 Manager keyboards. And that whole segue bit has completely ruined the actual segue, which was to bring on our creators. So we are joined by 3 F1 creators who we're going to bring on now. Here they are. Look at this in a beautiful moment. Hello, everyone. Hi. Look at this. Wave to chat. Wave chat back. Lovely stuff. Hello, folks. How are we doing? We have got BRRRAKE F1, Matt from P1 and Ben Daly here. How are we doing, guys? In that order. How are we doing?
Excellent.
I can't remember what the order was.
Yeah, I just jumped in there.
Good stuff. Hello,
How's it going,
folks.
guys?
Oh, it's good. Like I said, we've never done anything like this before, so thank you very much for being part of it. I'm very excited to see how shambolic this becomes. I think it's going to be crazy. We've got so many voices, so much F1 knowledge between us here, and I think it's going to be a good little challenge. I've seen your latest reel, Matt. I've seen your latest reel of your reactions to the situation last weekend. So, yes, we've already got some comments here about Matt being in red. So let's see how this goes. I think we can already guess our teams here. But for this challenge, would you like to reveal what teams you have picked, guys? So, BRRRAKE, who have you picked?
I have had to go on with Red Bull.
Okay.
I still
what a
have
surprise.
some alliances.
Why might that be? Would you say you've got any history with Red Bull? Is it worth mentioning that you might have history for anyone that doesn't know?
Are you trying to suggest we might have beef? No. I spent the end of my Formula 1 career as a trackside performance engineer and simulator performance engineer there. So I've got a lot of friends that still work there, and the team's quite close to my heart. So I had to do it.
Awesome. All right. And Matt, I can't think who you might have picked to do this challenge, but if you could let us know.
Yeah, well, I've gone with Ferrari. I could have maybe sort of cloaked myself up and then revealed, but I wear this shirt with pride. So here we are. I'm ready to rewrite history with this Ferrari shirt on and do some good strategy calls.
Perfect. Okay, let's see how that goes. And Ben, who might you have chosen for this challenge?
I have gone for Aston Martin, and it was a real challenge to find a piece of green clothing in my closet, but I've managed to do so.
You're green on green. Brave.
I was going to say.
Yeah. Let's do it.
All right. Well, so I have a secret to reveal to you guys. So you've all picked teams, and you've already had some conversation about, I can't believe we've got BRRRAKE and Red Bull. Surely he's going to win. You're all starting from P19 and P20 in your respective saves, but we're also using an equal performance mode. Yes. So you all have the same performance cars for this. Your drivers, however, will be rated as they are in the game. However, we are using the equal performance Suzuka scenario from the Deluxe Edition for this. So we're facing Suzuka, and you're all in P19 and P20 with the same cars. So, yeah, I'm very, very interested to see how this turns out for you, because it's really going to come down to pit stops. It's going to come down to initial tyres. And I've been told by the developers that this is quite hard without being without being at P19 and P20. So this is going to be quite interesting to see how many places you can get, if any.
I have a question.
No excuses.
Is it a question you should have asked before, or is it a question that's good now?
Probably. I'm just confirming, are all the other cars equal too?
Oh, yes, yeah, everybody is equal. The whole grid is equal performance. Cool. So, yes, so obviously you're in your own saves here, but each one of you being P19 and P20, every other car on the grid is going to be equal performance. Some of you are going to have better drivers than other, potentially, with your stats. But yes, so I just want to throw it to chat quickly, because now knowing that it's equal performance, I want chat to kind of just give us a general vibe of who they think has the best chance of winning this from a strategic point of view. Who do you think has got this in the bag, chat? And I'd love to throw it to you guys in terms of who you think.
Someone should have gone for Williams.
100%. I've gone all in on Blake. All my money is on Blake. It's P19, P20 for me. Anything better is a victory for me.
If I cannot run it out of fuel, I may or may not have done that several times in F1 Manager. Never in real life, but in F1 Manager, I'm pretty good at running out of fuel.
I'm also very famous for running out of fuel as well, so I think Matt's got this in the bag then.
Yeah.
All right, I'm setting it straight to lean. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Conserve.
Just coast through. Just coast through. All right. Okay. Well, what about you, Harry? Have you got any thoughts on just from what we've seen so far? And you've obviously had. I mean, I need to point this out, by the way, chat and everyone watching. Harry has come with notes, and you need to show the clipboard. Yeah. Look at this. We've got track notes here from Harry. Whoa. Corners. We've got stats here. Oh. This is happening. You know,
these are the actual. This is my actual track map notes that I made when I did the Japanese Grand Prix last year. So I thought I'd bring them along for this year and add in a few bits and bobs. I think most of it will probably be irrelevant, considering what we've got ahead of us this afternoon, this evening. But I think it's always good to remember which way the track goes and to see where you are. But in terms of who I think is going to do well, I think there's something about Blake. There is something about. I just think the Red Bull might have a bit of an edge over the others, but the beauty of it is all equal. That's why every point counts. With every overtake comes every point, so it's crucial. But the fuel thing has worried me, because obviously you do get a point if you finish the race.
You do, yes.
You could overtake the entire field, but if you don't get that point at the end.
Yeah, I mean, you could absolutely run out of fuel here. You could run out of tyres here. There's
the weather could play havoc. Yes, the Japanese Grand Prix famous for torrential rain.
Have you got a stat for that?
Is that some foreshadowing?
I can tell you that 67% of Japan is forest.
Interesting, which might help the rain.
Factor that into your strategies.
Biomes. We got it all here, folks. We got notes. Somebody did lovingly say, "What a sweat" for bringing notes, which is incredible.
What a sweat.
I missed the name, but yeah, what
unbelievable.
A sweat. I've got notes here as well. Maybe I'm a sweat too, but there we go.
I'll have a few notes.
But yeah, I think let's have a look. I think it's about time that we get into it. I mean, we've gone through the challenge. I think let's reiterate the challenge just in case you've joined us after the break and just joined us after the intro. We are here with 3 fantastic F1 content creators who are doing a head-to-head challenge with F1 Manager 23. They've each been given a save using one of our exclusive scenarios from the Deluxe Edition, using the equal performance mode, which we can now reveal exists. The equal performance mode at Suzuka. So they're all starting P19 into P20, and we are rating them on how many positions they gain. They'll get 1 point per position gained by the end of the race, and 1 point for finishing the race and letting us go home within a reasonable time. So that's it. And then the winner will be crowned the F1 Manager Best Strategist Ever, as deemed by, well, me and this piece of paper, really. But we're gonna do that, and then that'll be it. And I think chat was very reasonable. I think there was a fair balance between chat on the predictions there.
Did anyone else call me a sweat?
No one else has called you a sweat yet. But now you've said that, chat is going to be full of people calling you a sweat, so just expect that. Yeah, can we get a lot of Harry is a sweat?
No,
in the
can we
chat,
not?
please?
No, please. No. No.
So yeah, I think that's about it. I think we should get into it. So let's get over to gameplay. We have got you set up on your strategy views. So yeah, let's go. Let's see what we pick.
What do you guys drivers rated? 91 and 89. These two guys.
Yeah, you've got. So it should be revealing your rating set. Have you already set? Did you already set your strategy, Ben?
Yes, I was prepared.
Okay.
Nah, disqualify him. Disqualify him.
Yeah. Park Ferme, come on.
The car.
Park Ferme was the stream starting. Unbelievable.
Okay, I'm seeing
Yeah,
Harry
I'm
as a
good
sweat.
to
I'm not
go.
happy about it.
Let's get this race underway. Come on, let's go.
Let's move on. I agree. Come on, let's move everything on a little bit, shall we? Let's go.
All right, so talk us through what strategy you've actually gone for then here, Ben, seeing as you've already decided.
Well, I've gone for an aggressive strategy. Looks like it's borderline 1 or 2 stop quicker, but I think given that we're in traffic and undercuts and all that, I want to get myself out of traffic and undercut a few people. So hopefully I can do that. But it might be an obvious detail that the others have missed, and I don't want to talk about it right now.
And it's Stroll ahead of Alonso as well.
It is, but can I just go back to? Did you just say you've noticed something that you don't think the others have noticed?
Yes, very
Okay.
much so.
Can you tell me?
That
you don't have any way to do
it really quietly.
I wonder if anyone in chat has noticed what you may have noticed, because that's interesting, because I've not noticed what you may have noticed. So now I'm scared. Okay, all right. Well, let's. Who else is picking strategy right now then? All right, we've got.
Matt's still hard at work. Talk us through it, Matt. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm now scouring through the options to see what the hell
What
Ben's
you've
seen.
missed.
Because there's not a lot that I'm looking at here. So, yeah, I think Ben might just be tripping, to be honest with you, but we'll see.
Are we all starting on the same tyres? No, we're not. Blake, what's going on with you?
Well,
what are you on? Medium and softs?
I'm thinking we've had a little bit of foreshadowing potentially. I may have noticed that. I haven't noticed what Ben's noticed, but I'm gonna alternate. I'm gonna go soft, medium with Max. If we get rain at some point, I'll hopefully have made use of those softs. But in case we haven't, I've put Checo on a medium start so he can go a little bit longer. But I think the equal performance is going to make this very interesting. So there's my strategies, and I'll probably run them a bit faster than standard pace.
Somebody just said that Matt is planning strategies A to K.
I think the chat has realised what some may have missed.
I think they may have, yes, and I think I've literally just seen Blake's eyes dart across to the chat there. So, hey, listen, it's F1, right? Everyone's looking at the TV broadcast. Everyone's trying to find out where people are. It's
the stream then.
It's a thing.
Well, it looks like we're out of time. So we better get started then.
I shouldn't have said anything. No.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we'll give you a bit of time to get your setups in, and then we'll get in when you're ready.
Well, actually, you know what, Ben? Seems Ben's sort of ready and done. A question for you, Ben, as the team principal of Aston Martin.
Love this.
Would you, and say you were playing as Aston Martin for your career right from the start, would you sack Stroll by now, or would you sack him right at the start of the year? Who would your lineup be?
First, I'd be pinching good team personnel from other teams, and then I'd see how Stroll goes on for the first few races, but I would safely assume he'd probably be gone by now.
Fair.
Not Alonso. Weird. It's weird. Nobody wants to remove Alonso.
Why would you remove? Yeah.
Must be something to do with the championship-winning driver or something. But yeah. Huh. Okay. Yeah. Fair strategy. I think that's fair. What are we looking at, Matt? Are we? We're splitting. I think we're seeing our first split. Oh, we're not. We've got 2 split strategies.
Yeah, I mean, going for the same thing means that hopefully if I don't mess it up with both drivers. But let's see. Like, I'm still trying to figure out exactly what Ben's seen, and now Blake's seen it as well. And now I'm ferociously thinking I'm not finding a button to press that I should be. But look, that's fine, not a problem. Oh, okay, wait. Here we go. That's not very dry, is it? Right, let's stick on some softs, shall we?
Plan J. Plan J.
Absolutely perfect. Clip that. Thank you. That's it. That's the clip for TikTok. Thank you. Perfect. There's your short form content, everybody.
How did Blake bring up that other screen with the track wetness?
We are checking. We are checking.
God, it really is so authentic.
It's
like we're on the pitch.
It's just like we're there.
I'll just look at your screen. It's fine.
Ferrari delayed.
Okay,
Aston Martin ahead of the game, actually.
Absolutely.
And Red Bull. Well, Red Bull were second there, but then managing to catch up and find a workaround as well. So it really is very similar to real life.
I thought Blake saying foreshadowing was the thing that was going to give it away, but just still didn't clock it. But it's fine, Matt. It's fine. You're in red. It's fine. You've got this.
Totally got it.
Sorley in chat says, "What do you think of softs?" Question.
We are checking.
Yeah, I'll be checking until about lap 40, I think. Yeah.
I like strings and pedals. Plan M for moist.
Yes.
I think
I
like that a lot.
I think we should have introduced a new regulation, which is you've only got 10 minutes to sort your strategy out before we just say you have to start on the basic one, because we will be here all night. And this is why these streams go on long, Harry, when I mentioned that we never finish an F1 Manager stream on time.
An hour and a half. So.
All right, cool. Well, we're getting into that now. Obviously, this the strategy section of creating your race weekend is going to be very important in F1 Manager 23. A lot of you already know if you've played the game in the previous year or are already playing this game. I'd love to know how many of you have already got it downloaded and are already starting your seasons, and who you are picking as your first team, actually. I've kind of saw that discussion start as the stream was starting, but let us know in chat who you're going to be picking as your first team. Personally, I'm going with McLaren. I want to try and make the McLaren upgrades that they've had in real life. I want to try and reflect that in the game, because obviously the season starts at the start of 23 in F1 Manager, so performance and everything is based on the start of the season. So it's going to be very interesting to see teams kind of grow up through that, and that's what I want to do with McLaren. It seems like a few other people in chat are doing the same.
Yeah, I always like an underdog though.
Yeah.
So I think well, everybody's an underdog these days, aren't they? But I would go for Williams. I think that's
yeah,
right. Especially if you can go back and change the outcome potentially, because Williams with Albon have had some pretty amazing results so far this year. But if you remember Australia, Melbourne, Albon had a great qualifying and was right up there battling for sort of 7th and 8th. And he made a mistake and crashed the car. If you might be able to get those points back, where could Williams be right now in the championship?
Absolutely, yeah. And I think Williams is a huge choice in F1 Manager. People love to pick Williams in F1 Manager. I think it's possibly up there as one of the top 3 most picked teams. People love that challenge, and yeah, I think you're right. The underdog story is there you go. That's my one stat. That's all I've got. That's my only stat notes. But yeah, I think I see a strategy. I'm seeing some strategies still. I don't know if everyone's completely decided on them. How are we doing, guys?
I'll be here another hour if you give us more time. So.
Another hour?
No, I will be if you don't just say let's go.
I think we call it.
I think we call it. I think we do have a special introduction from one David Croft to play before we get into this. So if you are ready for your gameplay, then let's get into it with, I think, a special message from David Croft. Crofty?
It's early access launch day here for F1 Manager 23, and the stage is set for an intense head-to-head battle between these 3 team principals. Strategy will be everything in this equal performance challenge, where points are on the line for positions gained. So strap yourselves in as we line up on the grid and prepare to see who's got what it takes to come out victorious.
Amazing. And he's not even on Cameo.
It's like he was in the room with us.
Incredible. Honestly. It was just like he's in the room. Absolutely. And that was actually Crofty. Someone said fake Crofty. That was real Crofty. It's very much real Crofty. But yeah, okay. Unless you've got any more questions for our budding team principals.
No, I don't think so. Good luck.
All right, perfect. Let's get into it. Let's do it. Let's go. So if you could all press the next button to start your races. You committing to the inters on the strategy, Matt. Okay, all right. Here we go. So just to preface this again, folks, we are starting at Suzuka. Equal Performance Challenge. Everyone is starting from P19 in their respective streams. And we are underway.
Yeah, so all getting ready, lining up on the grid. The team principals, game faces are on around this Suzuka International Racing Course. Just over 5.8 kilometres, over 3.6 miles. We wait for the lights at the back.
On the calendar.
It is one of the best circuits on the calendar, agreed.
Who gets to go first? And we are away and racing. So Blake is away first. His lights out. We're going first, starting from the back. There's a little bit of contact as well. One of the Ferraris, I think, going into the first couple of corners. How are the Ferraris with Matt getting on? You've all made it safely through turns 1 and 2. On board with the Aston Martin. Ben running that operation at the back. But nice, clean, safe start for everybody at the moment.
All right.
I've deployed team orders already.
What were the team orders?
Yeah, what was the tactic?
I told Stroll to get out of the way.
On the run down to turn 1?
Pretty much, yeah. He's on the harder tyres, so I thought it was the safe bet.
Okay, so coming up to the hairpins, that's one of the main overtaking spots. Who's going to lunge down the inside? Can anyone manage it? It all Constantina's up. And this is the time where you've got to make those overtakes, guys. Come on.
I had a look, but it wasn't on. The Ferrari blocked me. Matt.
We've already got some speed tactics in here as well. Oh, perfect. Yes. So here we go. We've got some speed usage here. Definitely. I think playing it between 1 and 2 times is going to be the play here to try and get the most out of it. Because I always get a little bit scared that I'm not seeing the on-track action if I go any further up the speeds, and I feel like I'm going to miss out on something. So I have to watch it at least that.
There is so much to look at, isn't there? That's just how in-depth F1 Manager 23 is, because you're fully immersed in it. I mean, look at the concentration faces.
It's incredible. We should have full screened the images rather than
They are absolutely in the zone. Unfortunately, on Matt's side, I can still see the 2 Ferraris kind of languishing at the back. There's a bit of a gap as well between who's the leading Ferrari. It's Leclerc, the leading Ferrari, and there's a bit of a gap.
What is Charles doing? Get on with it.
Perfect.
Max supposed to be the number 1 here.
Verstappen, Perez, Alonso, Stroll. So we're kind of in 1-2 order here, but on the Ferrari side, you're both miles back. And actually, so Blake, I hate to say it, your Red Bulls aren't closing.
Man.
This is what I said. Oh, the rain is already coming for Blake.
Oh, the rain is down. Lap 3 for Blake. Rain is coming down. Ben's also on lap 3. This is on board with Lance Stroll.
Oh!
Uh-oh.
That's a position gain. Thank you, Hamilton. See you later, mate.
1 point. Lovely stuff.
This is it. All right. Okay, we've got. Is that our first position gain? I think that is the first position gain for Matt.
Hamilton spun.
Yes, I saw that yellow sector.
That's not fair.
Ben is eyeing up. Oh, Alonso's eyeing up an overtake Ben on Leclerc. When's it going to happen? Come on. He's been stuck behind him for ages. Oh yeah, DRS. Remember that, enabled after lap 3.
One of you is going to have to give me some helmet cam at some point, because that is literally my favourite feature.
Oh, yes.
Oh, come on, Matt. Leclerc's eyeing this up on the Red Bull.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
Coming into turn 1. You barely even brake.
What? Stroll's got ahead!
Someone's off on the grass in Blake's Red Bull. We've got helmet cam on the Aston Martin.
Look at the spaces that he's made up. He's 16th and 17th in the Red Bulls.
Is that pure everyone's going off on the rain?
That
was
for a flex.
Sergeant. No,
Minus 2 points for pausing for a flex.
So, hang on, you've got through on. So, Leclerc, De Vries, and Sargent are all falling behind you. That's over on Blake's Red Bull race. Over on Ben's Aston Martin, still right. Oh, look at that for a helmet
I've
cam.
had a
It's
mare.
wonderful, isn't it? It's
Stroll's re-overtaken.
That's
Alonso.
almost better than the real life footage.
We've had side by sides, and people have picked the wrong ones.
2 Aston Martins together.
Yes, Charles, come on!
It's another place game.
Have we had an overtake for Leclerc?
Leclerc has overtaken Verstappen.
I've got a question. If Perez overtakes Max, is that a point as well?
That's a very good question.
That is a very good question.
So strategically, my second driver, if they overtake, I could.
Blake, you're picking holes, and it's not appreciated.
Optimized, man.
We should have started some penalties actually. Shouldn't we?
If you pick holes, it's a penalty. 5 seconds. Okay, so right, Leclerc, Matt's Ferrari. Leclerc's up to 17th. Sainz is 19th. Ben's Aston Martin still 19th and 20th with Stroll in front of Alonso now. And then Blake is his Red Bulls. Perez 16th ahead of Verstappen in 17th, but at least both Red Bulls have made moves on Leclerc, De Vries and Sargent. So Blake's Red Bulls have made the most moves, but the Matt's Ferraris are not too far behind. So actually, shock, it's Ben's Aston Martins that are languishing at the back as there's a huge incident for Yuki Tsunoda.
Yikes.
From the lead of the Grand Prix as well.
Tsunoda was leading.
No way.
I've actually just noticed Tsunoda was leading in the other two as well.
Yeah, so it's pretty much should be the same grids other than the
so
teams
Tsunoda, Zhou, Albon. How about that for a top three? Now that would be a hell of a top three.
Imagine. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Is this going to lead arguments to should Formula One be all equal machinery? There you go.
Wow.
Answer that in the chat. Answer that in the chat. This is great. This is my first time interacting with a live chat, so I'm going to have fun.
You're a menace, Harry.
Excellent. Right, where are we? We're at everyone's VSC. Is that for Tsunoda's incident? It probably is over on Ben's Aston Martin side.
I've got another one here, another nuance. Now, technically, Ben is now, I'm going to use the word wallowing, sorry Ben. Ben is wallowing at the back compared to our other two. However, is technically now 18th and 19th because of a DNF. Is that a position gained? I mean,
yes.
F1 is a position gain.
I think it is a position gain.
I think so. So
I
far.
worked hard for that overtake, thank you.
Stroll is over a second behind Leclerc, Ben. Come on, get it together. We need Stroll and Alonso to make up some more positions here because Matt and Blake are putting you to shame. Although Blake's got a bit stuck now, haven't you, with the Red Bulls, 16th and 17th.
Yeah, we're stuck behind George.
And you've got Russell, Sainz and Alonso, so some big hitters in front of you. How are the Ferraris getting on with Matt? Leclerc still 17th, but closing on Perez.
0.7.
But have been closing for a little while already.
Still raining for you, so you've got no DRS. Which is going to make, you are closing that gap actually.
Oh, he's going to have a look down the inside though, is Leclerc. Can't quite make it through there in the last couple of corners. Main straight, DRS in the slipstream.
The DRS train. Jeez.
Yeah, it's not happening. Ben's still on yellow flag, or is it still VSC?
This is a second
still
yellow
VSC.
VSC, yeah.
So you've lost Ocon as well. What happened to Ocon?
Ocon crashed on the VSC, yeah.
Ben, stop taking people out.
God.
I can't help it, mate.
He's going to win through DNF.
Yeah.
Can't be bothered.
Ben's going to be the only car that finishes in his lobby, and it's like...
And that will get him an extra point as well.
Yes.
So Ben's winning the DNF battles. Nobody's DNF'd in either of you two, in Matt's or Blake's races so far. Sargent's picked up a penalty over the looks of it.
He has. Showcasing the glory of multiple saves here, I think, is another thing as well, is the randomness of a save.
So I think so actually, obviously it's all about strategy.
Yeah.
So Ben, you've got a VSC happening right now. What is your mindset? Where's your strategy at? Have you had to adapt anything, think on your feet?
I'm still waiting on the rain. We're at 0.63 millimeters. It's not currently wet enough to go to inters. If we get towards like 0.9, then I'll be tempted, but there's no point going on inters and then burning out those, just being at the back. So it's just a waiting game for now. But the longer this VSC stays out, the better.
You heard it there first. Ben Daly on the pit wall there for Aston Martin. God, it's like we're trackside.
Can I just say I'm loving every moment of this. This is like a dream come true. This is fantastic. How are we doing over here? I mean, look at this. I mean, we've got... I'm basically judging this visually on drivers behind. So we are right now, Blake is our winner.
Yeah.
On lap 9 or 10. 10 for Blake, 9 for Matt, and 8 for Ben. So we're all still around the same kind of point in the race for each other as well. And it's interesting just to see the sheer differences between them. Ooh, what's happened there for Sainz?
What are you doing?
There's a crash. He's driving very slow at the back.
Is this a Ferrari about to come out of the race?
What's happened here?
If you drive into me, Matty.
Oh, it's very tough.
They both synchronised spinning.
Beautiful.
Oh my word.
That would be a 10 in the Olympics. There's a 0 in the Grand Prix, though.
Oh, he's got damage. Right.
Right, Matt,
boxing.
what are you thinking?
Let's see how much. What's the kind of? Oh, it's a penalty. Penalty! Come on!
Bias.
This is just like the reel that you posted only days ago.
Dear,
Leclerc's still having a go, though, on Perez. So you've still got one Ferrari in the fight, at least.
Yeah, that's true.
Again, it's
we're not
position
making
game
much
for drivers, so this is a tricky one.
So actually, Blake's had the cleanest of races so far. It has to be said out of the other two. We're now.
Curse.
I know. Well, that's why we say it. Spice it up.
Waiting for one of those curses.
Blake's having a really
take a
good race.
selfie in
The
front of
Red
my
Bull
car
is
either.
flawless at the moment. Yeah, no Nico Rosberg to worry about just yet. So Perez is about 6/10 behind Russell at the moment. That's over on Blake's Red Bull. Matt has had a disaster with signs, fallen way back, but Leclerc's still in the fight. Ben's Aston Martin, we're now out of VSC. We're waiting for the rain that may come down. Stroll is ahead of Alonso, right on the back of Leclerc. So that's where we're at on the 3 races going on at the moment. So we're all about lap 10. Blake's a bit ahead on lap 12. Still no rain, though, on Blake's lap 12.
No, we're at 0.3 mil. It's dried up a little bit, actually. So I'm starting to think about making these mediums last a little bit longer, honestly.
Are you thinking team orders as well?
No, the boys are cruising right now, and our goal is to get up to Russell. I mean, Perez might be holding Max up a little bit, so I think he's... Wait, hold on. Max wants to get let through? Yeah, of course.
And real team radio, as well. Look at that. It's so authentic.
I knew the game was good, but that.
Speaking of the authenticity, you obviously, I'm personally very much enjoying you just dive straight into the commentary here.
Sorry, should I not?
No, it's amazing. I love it. It's fantastic. How do you find this compared to actual, commentating on an F1 race as it's happening? How does that feel?
It's harder and easier because I'm currently looking at 3 completely different races with a million different bits of data, all at the same time.
Yeah.
But then at least in a real race, you have your main race feed, and then you have a supplementary timing screen. You have sector timings as well.
Yeah.
I've got about probably 4 extra screens on top of the world feed, like you watch at home, like everyone else is watching. And most commentators, Crofty will have the same thing. Alex Jakes have the same thing. And obviously it's a lot more play-by-play. I think is the term they say. This, I think, a bit less play-by-play, but it is fascinating because this does focus in on the team principle aspect, obviously, which has become more and more of a thing in Formula 1 over the last 5 or 6 years. But before that, it wasn't really.
Yeah.
They were kind of hidden away. Managers in football were always at the forefront. It wasn't always the case in Formula 1. They were kind of hidden away. 10 years ago, who was Gunther Steiner? Now, who isn't Gunther Steiner? He's a man to all people. So that's what I think is brilliant about this. Well, forget that. Who was that? Who was moaning? Was that Matt?
No!
There we go. If you're going to moan, can we make sure it's loud and clear, please? And why are you moaning? Because you're still behind Perez. But that is a tight fight.
It's very tight.
And then it didn't.
See, that's a classic commentator missed a complete overtake and then didn't realise it happened. But you are in a great fight. That was like nearly 4 wide going through 130R. But you are ahead of Hamilton and Verstappen. Sainz still languishing at the back. Nobody's really making it. This is hard.
I said it was going to be hard. Yeah.
Well, hang on. Raindrops over on Ben Daly's screen.
Yes. Is that sweat or drops of rain on the screen?
It's mostly sweat so far. I'm hoping to make something happen.
Now, you implemented, Ben, team orders pretty early on. I think probably the earliest we've ever seen in the history of Formula 1 racing. That hasn't quite worked out. Are you going to do another swap?
No, because it just backfired and Stroll re-overtook. So I'm just going to let them race and whatever happens, happens.
Fair enough. Stroll having the race of his life ahead of Alonso in 16th at the moment. Blake, it's looking ever darker. And I think you're starting to get a few raindrops as well.
It's ramping up.
Oh, hang on, Blake. Stop right there. We've got an Aston Martin off.
2 secs, Blake.
2 Aston Martins off.
No way.
Multiple cars colliding. It's Stroll and Alonso. Ben Daly can't believe it. The rain is coming down. Let's take a look. Oh, no! Its teammates collide! Unbelievable! Is that going to be a double DNF? The garage can't believe it. Ben Daly has got his head in his hands.
That is unbelievable.
And that was Alonso. I told you that should have been team orders. Alonso was not happy behind Stroll. Biffed into the back of him. Coming into the braking zone after 130R. So Ben's out. That's done. Game over for Ben Daly in the Aston Martin.
Gosh, he's getting up. He's gone.
I will just let them race and see what happens. I think were Ben Daly's last
Final words.
Oh my goodness.
That was sensational.
Oh,
That is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
That was coming into the
unbelievable.
The Casio triangle at
Those
the end.
team orders. Stroll didn't like those team orders, and he's like, "Right, I'll show you." Dad, watch this.
I am lost for words.
Well, hang on. Let you know we're lost for words. Let's see if the team principal has anything to say on the matter. Ben Daly, both the drivers are out. Stroll and Alonso in an uncharacteristic move from Fernando Alonso. He's normally a little bit more subtle. He doesn't just biff it into the back of his teammate.
No, he was clearly unhappy with the team orders, and he showed who the boss really was.
Well, tough day at the office. I'm sure you'll regroup. Anyway, you're out and irrelevant now. Blake, you just had a pit stop.
Yeah, I've just put both my drivers onto inters. The rain's sitting at about 1 mil, so we're definitely in the inter window, and I definitely don't want to spin off the track. Definitely would not want to do that.
So hang on, have both drivers come in?
Yep, I just sent it for both drivers. The forecast looked like it was going to ramp up. And the rain's continuing for several minutes. Be on the right tires at the right time.
And that has really benefited. Though Verstappen's now ahead of Perez, so that's worked out quite nicely for you.
I may have tried a little bit of team orders while you guys were away because
missed that.
Checo wasn't making up much pace on the Mercedes, so I was like, we have to have a look at this. It didn't make any difference. Didn't make any difference at all.
Right, well, they've switched. So the Blake's Red Bulls have switched onto Inters. He's still 17th and 18th. Pit stop down at Ferrari. Is it quick? It is, Matt.
2 seconds stop.
2 seconds? Come on.
Oh,
always believed in them.
Now, quickly on this one, I think we should throw this to chat, right? It's early enough in the game. Do we let Ben restart? What do we think?
Absolutely not. I'm not part of chat.
Can we set up a poll in the chat? Would that be worth it?
Oh, I think that you've got your answer already.
We've got a lot of yeses.
Well, hang on, there's a few no's.
There's a few no's.
Someone said, but fast forward to lap 15. That could be.
That's quite fair.
Yeah, that could be.
That's quite fair. How do you feel, Ben?
I'm happy with that. Everyone deserves a second chance.
Yeah, but he has to start 3 laps down.
Okay, let's get.
Maybe we handicap points, so
yeah,
he doesn't get any points for up to lap 15.
Let's be real here, Ben. Regardless of your outcome, you are not winning best strategist ever. After that, that's out the window.
Yeah, my hands are kind of tied on that one. Unfortunately.
But I think we can. I think that's fair if we do that.
Yeah. Okay then. Go on then. As if I've got the deciding factor in that. Yeah, sure, Ben. We'll allow
yes,
it.
we will. We'll allow it. I think for the sake of the fun of the stream. That's the main thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we're here for. Ultimately, is fun.
Well, then look at that. Look at Ben's top 3: Bottas, Norris, and Hulkenberg.
I know. Yeah, imagine.
Disaster.
Oh, what's gone on?
9 seconds.
9-second pit stop.
Oh no, to be fair,
Ferrari
5
9-second pit stop.
Oh, that does include a penalty.
It's a penalty.
It's a penalty.
And Carlos Sainz's race is done, isn't it? Really? Let's be honest.
Hey, whoa! Anything can happen in Grand Prix racing.
He says behind a pillow, crying.
To be fair, it's proper chucking it down with rain now. On both
Stroll needs to get out of the way, I tell you.
So Leclerc. So after the pit stops, Leclerc is 18th, Sainz 20th and last over on Matt's stream. Over on Blake Verstappen.
This is an
up into
incredible
fourth.
form.
Perez in
flying right now.
I did not expect anybody to get on near the podium.
Is that as a result of you making the pit stop at the right time?
It was the early call for Inters, and Max has had pace. Checo has not been able to come through. He's stuck behind Piastri right now.
Oh, side by side.
Leclerc overtaking me again.
Sadly,
get out of here. Stop overtaking me.
But that is a brilliant strategy call. You have to say it's worked out nicely for Blake.
Unbelievable. Ben, if you want to restart your race, if you want to reload, That's absolutely fine, yeah, and we'll get you up on there. Whilst we do that, I have some more giveaways to do, so let's take a quick break into doing a giveaway because we've got more goodies to give away. This time, I believe I'm going to show you this lovely Stream Deck, and I said it right first time because there's another product that sounds remarkably like Stream Deck that isn't a Stream Deck. So, bits are falling out here. However, if you fancy yourself as a content creator or anyone who needs a little bit of productivity help, this is a very custom. I'm going to get it out of the box. Let's do that. I'm not. Yep, I am. I was going to say I'm not going to get it out of the box, but I am. We have one of these. You may have seen these again on social media, but this is a custom F1 Manager 23 Stream Deck. We've got one of these to give away to you in the chat. I'm going to read out the T's and C's for you because it's going to be the same as the other one. So, to enter this giveaway, I'm about to give you a keyword that you'll need to type into the twitch.tv/Frontier chat. So if you're in the F1 Manager chat, go and load up the twitch.tv/Frontier chat and we'll get you to pop this code in. So, this is a Frontier Twitch channel only competition. Geographical restrictions do apply. You can check the full T's and C's for details at frontier.co.uk/legal. This information will also be posted in the chat. If you're a winner, look out for a Twitch message from the official Frontier account. It will pop up and we'll announce it as soon as we know as well. You've got 5 minutes to type !F1M23. That's !F1M23 into the twitch.tv/Frontier chat in all caps. Thank you very much, Heather. Yes, go and do that and you will be in with a chance of winning this fantastic F1 Manager 23 Elgato Stream Deck. And I forgot to mention earlier in the excitement, this poster behind me, this is our custom F1 Manager 23 poster. It's got the race schedule on here as well. We're going to throw in one of those to each person that wins one of these competitions as well. And these are limited, these are very limited. This is an Automobilist poster, they are numbered. So you will receive a numbered limited edition poster as well. And yes, go and do that in the Frontier channel. All right, so whilst that's going.
So Ben's restarted and has had a much better time of it. Stroll 12, Alonso 15. Oh, second time's the charm, Ben.
Yeah, second chance. Let's go. We're flying. There's been a few incidents as well. Matt will be very happy to hear that science had an issue. But, yeah.
Science is
we're
across the board here as well, I
catching
think,
up
to
to the other
Japan.
lads.
We've got a Verstappen on the podium so far.
Yeah, so let's check in then. So let's go to Matt, shall we? And actually, things are looking rosy, Matt. 5th for Leclerc, Sainz up into the top 10, but
No,
you're on Inters.
We're not rosy.
No,
Yeah,
because
we're not rosy at
everyone
all.
else has gone to full wets.
Yeah, it's getting wet out there. In fact, the FIA's just changed it to wet, so I'm going to say that's a good time to pit.
All right.
It's gone badly.
Let's see how this goes for the Ferraris. Meanwhile, over in Red Bull land with Blake, Verstappen on the podium at the moment. Perez is up to 6th. What tyres are you on? You're still on the Inters. Is it getting heavier though?
I'm still on the Inters and it's sitting around 5 and 5.3 mil. If it dries up, I'm laughing. If it gets any wetter, I could be in trouble. Could be in trouble, mate.
Ooh.
So,
okay.
I mean, I'm getting overtaken. I'm losing a bit of track position.
Yeah, he's just got down to 4th. Bottas has just nicked you in the Alfa Romeo. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Right, so you guys are on lap 20. So Matt's lap 21, Blake's lap 23. Where has Ben sped up
Ben's
to?
catching up.
He's back on lap 16 now. So, I mean, you're basically where you ended your last race. But at least there's a few cars between your teammates, your drivers now. Stroll into the points. Yeah. Alonso 13th, and only a second back from Verstappen. No retirements this time. So you've done a lot better in terms of actual attrition rate. And it's going well. And the rain's not hit you yet. But now you kind of know what's going to come.
I kind of knew what was coming anyway.
I think you had to jump on that.
I was the first to know, yeah.
Yeah. But it's just all about timing the switch to Inters, which I think is happening this lap.
Matt, you're being told on the chat to box for Leclerc, you bottler.
Yeah, I should probably put dries on at this point. That'd be a good shout.
And you've not come into the pit, so you're sticking it out.
Look, I'm praying for a miracle right now. It's really wet. Potentially there's going to be an incident or something that will give me better of an opportunity to pit. But right now we're very slow.
Oh my Gasly really wants that place.
Tsunoda's done the same, and he's leading this race.
That was a
but
flash
you're
of
getting
yellow
mugged
then.
left, right, and centre into the hairpin. Oh, who's got through? Gasly's got through. Hulkenberg's going to try next. Ferrari power on Ferrari power.
Got a good pit stop over here for Aston Martin.
Nicely done, Ben Daly. Who's that with Alonso?
Double stacking and no one got held up. It's beautiful.
You did a double stack. Beautiful.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna hold this through. Charles got the talent. It's the yellow flag. Oh, multiple cars.
Oh.
Let me pit. Yes.
It could have worked out beautifully.
I don't know if that's
for
a safety
Leclerc.
car or if that's just because Charles really.
Wait, you've got a car off there. Look,
There's
there's
a
a
car
car in
right
the middle of the
there.
road.
Oh, that's Sonoda. Oh God, that's a really good point to pit, isn't it? Oh, I don't know. No, actually,
Pit,
look,
you've got to
the wet,
pit.
it's going to get less. No, it's going to get less intense rain. I'm sticking out.
Oh!
It's really tight there.
What's everyone else going to do? No, they follow you through because they're on the wets. But Sonoda was in the inters. Did he spin out because he was on the inters? Probably.
He did, yeah.
Oh, Matt, that is a brave move. That is a
Brave
brave
move.
I'm
move.
looking at the forecast.
That's something worthy of the Ferrari pit wall. Oh. Well, wait, is it safety car or just yellow flag?
It's yellow flag, which
Okay.
is what's happened here. Then?
Oh, look.
Oh God!
Oh, that's a wet track.
That was a Red
definitely
Bull
wet
losing
track.
a front wing. Talk of Red Bull, and unfortunately, it's gone from bad to worse, Blake. What's going on? Verstappen's fallen all the way down to 9th.
We're slipping back. If we can stay out and everybody pits around us, we'll end up back on the podium at this point. So the weather looks like it's improving, but our lap times are not worth it right now.
Yeah.
I didn't want to pit twice, and we're slipping back.
Perez down in 16th.
Yeah. Bad to worse, I
Meanwhile,
believe.
Matt Leclerc is keeping the entire rest of the field behind his Ferrari.
Big strats. Look at this.
What are you doing? What, 20 mile an hour there?
Yeah, it looks like you're just driving.
Yeah, the
so
lap times
slowly.
are something to
To ignore.
behold, I'd say. It's not getting any wetter. That's the key here.
Suntouch in the chat there saying, got to say the game looks beautiful. You know what? I'm going to be biased, but I've got to agree. You know,
No.
especially with the rain, it's so beautiful.
It's realistic actually, and it's enjoyable to watch too, and that's what you want from a game at the end of the day, isn't it? Meanwhile, Leclerc, Hulkenberg's got through. Norris is going to try and squeeze through now.
Hulkenberg in a podium position. We know what happens.
Yeah.
If we end up with a podium,
Yeah, to be fair, you're still third.
Unbelievable. If you're just joining us, folks, give you a quick catch-up. We are joined by BRRRAKE F1, Matt from P1 and Ben Daly here. We are running a equal performance challenge with F1 Manager 23. We have given each person here a save with the Equal Performance Suzuka Challenge, except we have set them into P19 and P20 in each of these saves and given them the challenge of trying to gain as many positions as possible. We told them to pick a team. We did not tell them that it was equal performance until about, what, an hour ago? So we are now seeing the outcome of this. F1 Manager 23 is launching today, an early unlock. So if you've picked up the Deluxe Edition, then you're going to get the early unlock from today and from again about an hour ago. The Deluxe Edition is going to cost you $54.99, while the Standard Edition, which will fully release on July 31st, on Monday, that's going to be available for $44.99. But yeah, come on in, join us. We're about halfway through this challenge. I think we're okay for time. You know, I was a bit concerned that we might run out of time before the race is finished, and we've even had an entire race restart. We just rewinded time magically and did that. And yes, we are also joined, if you haven't seen, joined by Harry Benjamin here, F1 broadcaster, who is doing a sterling job of making this way more professional than I would have. So this is it.
Well, it's because there's some brilliant action to comment on. I must say, the thing, I want to come to Ben in a minute, but I am just hooked on Matt's Ferrari race at the moment.
It's tight.
It's really tight. What, it's coming in, it's drying. Look, you think it's all silly now. It's 5 millimeters, it's going to go under. Come on. Let's get the hairdryers out.
You were third, you're now 6th, but you're holding on hope that it might come back to you. Tell you what, this has gone all right for Sainz, who had the penalty, was plumb last.
You wrote him off.
I did
him off.
I did
now
write him off, and now I eat my words.
You took that personally.
Yeah. Come on, Carlos, 13th. Okay, that's what's going on with Matt. Let's go back to Ben, because Ben's had a restart. Lap 21 now. The rain is coming down. Stroll's 3rd.
And 4th.
And Alonso is 4th.
Yeah.
No, but Ben's been deducted.
We've just had
points, so it doesn't matter.
We've just had people box from inters to wets, so I'm taking a gamble on inters. And I'm coming for your title, Matt.
Unfortunately,
It's
you've
not
got
my title, it's Blake's.
You've got Alonso behind Stroll again, though,
right
Ben.
now, man.
I do. Oh, but Tsunoda's just broken through, so
Oh,
I'm
so you're
safe
fine.
now. Yeah.
So he won't biff into him again. Meanwhile, Leclerc has lost a few more spots.
I saw another flashy
down to
yellow there.
9th now. How is Blake's Red Bulls getting on? Verstappen is in 8th at the moment. Perez in 18th. How's the? It does look a little bit drier, Blake.
Yeah, it's definitely back to Inter territory, but Perez he's had a really tough stint sticking out on those Inters. I didn't want to stop them again, but realistically, I should have put him on Inters. Max is playing catch up to P7 right now, but and he's getting overtaken by the Ferrari. Matt, get out of here! Don't overtake me, bro.
Come on.
Okay, well, yeah, everyone's on. So Blake's the furthest ahead. He's on lap 32. Matt's on lap 28, and Ben, well, in his second attempt, has now made it to lap 23 with a much better run of it the second time around. Leclerc continues to fall and has now got Russell coming up the inside of him into turn 1. Difficult to make the move work there. And, well, if Blake's race is to foreshadow Matt's in just a few laps' time, it will dry up and it will get better. But right now, it doesn't quite look that way.
No. We've got Luna Fox in the chat. It's just asked, is this live multiplayer? This isn't live multiplayer. We are using 3 separate saves here, but this was just our creative way of coming up with a cool head-to-head challenge. I think, anyway, a cool head-to-head challenge. I hope you guys are enjoying it in chat. I'm certainly having a good time. But yes, we are using 3 separate saves here. So the guys are playing on their own saves that we've provided with an equal performance scenario mode. The equal performance scenario is something that is in the exclusive scenarios in the Deluxe Edition. And there's a few of them. There's the Suzuka, there's Silverstone, there's Monza, and I think there might be one more, but you can find out on f1manager.com. They're all listed out there in the news tab. So if you go to f1manager.com/news, I think it's the most recent article that's got all of the exclusive pre-order scenarios as well as the deluxe scenarios as well. So you can have a look at all of those there. There's some really cool ones. We've got Rain in Bahrain is one of the scenarios, and Viva Las Vegas, which is, I just have to name it because it's a cool name, where you've got to try and get the podium at Vegas with Haas actually after
whoever came up with that
time.
deserves a raise.
It's very good, isn't it? Yeah, it was actually me. Whoever did, it wasn't, but whoever did come up with it, it was definitely me. I made this. Yeah. Steve, what's your bet on who wins? This is actually a little bit closer than I thought it was gonna be. I thought that, because obviously all the cars are equal performance. However, the drivers still have their natural stats, and there's not a huge amount in all of them. I will say, like, you know, between Ferrari and Red Bull, and even, I mean, Alonso is, you know, he's the joint second highest rated driver in the game.
So do you want so Leclerc and Sainz are most evenly matched? I think it's fair to say overall. 89 for Leclerc overall, 87 for Sainz.
Yeah.
Alonso and Stroll is the biggest disparity, arguably. 90 for Alonso, as you say.
Yeah.
83 for Stroll.
Yeah.
Verstappen and Perez. Verstappen 91, Perez 88.
Yeah, yeah. So there's a gap between, you know, where, say, Stroll is and Verstappen. So to see the actual, you know, we've got what, 11th and 15th for Matt. We've got, and I can't see the others. We've got 11th and 13th for Ben, and we've got, was it 8th and 12th for Blake. So they're all kind of in similar kind of situations with the craziness that's gone on in these races. It's quite interesting to see that they've all ended up in fairly similar positions with strategy. Who won the giveaway? Who did win the giveaway? Did we announce the winner for the second giveaway? Adam is shaking his head. Adam is going to find out, and we will tell you any second now who has won the F1 Manager 23 Elgato Stream Deck. I'm so glad I've said Stream Deck every single time. I really drilled it into my head. Second favourite. Second favourite has been accepted as a giveaway winner. Look out for a private message. Second favourite, you have won the custom F1 Manager 23 Elgato Steam Deck. It also comes with a USB stick, which I believe has got the sounds on for the soundboard. We have a soundboard of special sounds from Crofty and Karoon with some cool sound alerts and stuff if you're a content creator or if you're just somebody that wants to use a soundboard for various reasons. That is also going to be available on the f1manager.com website, which I believe is under the gallery. Yes, f1.manager.com/gallery, and then one of the options there will be for the soundboard, which is really cool.
Ben, you just had a really slick pit stop.
I have. I've decided to box Alonso to balance out the tyre life going to the end of the race. So Alonso's on full push. I'm going to hang out Stroll for a little bit longer and see if maybe it dries up a little bit more. But he's in a bit more free air, so we'll see how he goes.
Okay. And Matt, it looks like it's come back for you, for Leclerc.
A little bit. It was either that or I pit him onto wets, like when we were sort of joking that I was about 45 seconds a lap slower. But the thing was, we were kind of holding up everybody. So just giving him some time to stretch his legs with no traffic. His inters are a little bit worn, but he can probably go another 5 or so laps, and then we'll see what the weather's saying, whack on a fresh set of inters, and then pray to God we get a point.
Good to hear from the Ferrari pit wall there, full of optimism as always. And then Blake, where are we at? Still around 8th for Verstappen, Perez 11th.
Yeah, we're just
bit so-so.
minding the weather. Like it's still wet. It still enters. I'm on old enters. Everybody around me is on much newer tires.
Only 15 laps to go as well.
Yeah, so I'm not really sure where the weather's going though. At the end, I think. I mean, if it dries up, we're winning, but I don't think it's going to dry up. I think it might get a little bit wetter. So we're going to hang them out on these burnt-up enters for a while.
Fair. Okay, well, it is all equal machinery. So Verstappen 8th, Perez 11th at the moment. And where were we with the Aston Martin? Stroll
Here we go.
is in 9th.
Give us some
Alonso
helmet cam, Ben.
down in 18th. Oh, we love the helmet cam.
Yes.
Come on, we love the helmet cam. There it is. Look at that.
It looks crazy at 2x speed, but
Did we cut to it as it went through 130R as well? So of all the
you're
corners.
getting the reflection of the light
That's
off the
just
car in
normal
front.
Red Bull speed, that.
Yeah. You're all over the back of Zhou. No DRS with the rain out, so you have to do it the old-fashioned way. You're now actually ahead of the other two. Oh, no, you're not. You're lap 37. Blake's furthest ahead, lap 40, so not far to go. Checking on the Ferraris. Couple more position gained for Leclerc up into 5th, but he has got company, or is that Sainz? That's Sainz, isn't it? He's got company down in 10th with Russell all over the back of him.
I think we can safely drop down to 1 times as well, because we are storming through actually. So I think you can go ahead and use 1 times, because I don't think any of you are going to fear not finishing the race in time for the stream. So I think you're
Well, you've
good
done
to
it
go.
now, haven't you?
This is it. Yeah, this is it. Someone's going to break.
Well, you know what? We've got Blake here, obviously with a Red Bull history, with the Red Bulls, the trackside performance engineer, simulator performance engineer, and we're saying it's equal performance in F1 Manager as we're running it right now. Perez behind Verstappen. Do you think people are piling on too much pressure in the real world on Perez at the moment, Blake?
It's hard to say. You've got the fastest car on the grid, and the race pace is usually there, and it's just a matter of putting all the pieces together in those qualifying sessions where, it's not a dry, throw a medium on, get through to Q2 easy, throw on a couple sets of new softs. It's mixed, dry, wet sessions that are chaos. We've seen that track position and tire warm-up and management has been huge, and if you just have a small slip in one of those sessions and you fall back a little bit, you can take a knock to your confidence, you can start doubting yourself, and before you know it, you might, get knocked out in Q1. So I think Checo really likes the steady build-up, and when you have these really unpredictable sessions, those have been, I think that's what he needs to be looking at right now, and I'm sure they are.
Well, there you go. Well, you've got your man's nearly in the points there to join Verstappen. Not quite yet, but he's still got a few more laps to go, although getting into the closing stages. Is that rain coming down a little bit heavier?
It's turned up a little bit. I think we're on a rain level 2, I think they might say.
Okay.
This is way past the team principal sticking their hand out of the pit wall to feel the raindrops. This is Toto Wolff with the hood fully over his headset right here on the pit wall.
Have you gone full Christian Horner? Are you shaking your leg, tapping your foot?
Yeah, because I've had a whole load of cold brew, and I accidentally made it twice as strong as I was supposed to.
Okay. You mentioned confidence earlier there, Blake. Driver confidence is actually a thing that's in the game now. This is something that we didn't have last year. This is one of the new features, so that's a beautiful segue. I wanted to just check how your drivers were literally feeling confidence-wise in the race. So not high for Verstappen.
No, and I think this is probably one of my... There's several things I like about the 2023, but I like the driver confidence. So Max hasn't had any overtakes. He's been overtaken several times when he was on slower tires, and he's had several knocks to his confidence. So I'm making sure that I'm not trying to make him too aggressive right now, because that will lead to mistakes. Checo fell further back, and he's had a few overtakes from back to P18 up to P11. So his confidence is looking better. So if I need to, I can push Checo a little bit harder. But right now, Max is a little bit sad. So we'll go easy on it and hold position and see what happens with the weather.
Very good, the insight there. Over to Ben. What's happened to Alonso? Why is he down in 18?
I boxed him in extra time, so he's on a 2-stopper now, going for fresh tyres. I've let Stroll out on old tyres. But,
and is that going to pay off with just over 10 laps left?
I'm caught in between two strategies, I think. I think the optimal one was to go wets earlier on, but I'm just trying to recover what I can now.
You're right up in the rear of Carlos Sainz, though, who has got Sargent in front of him, too. Diving, having a little look down the inside into the Casio triangle, and then leads you back through onto the main straight. No move to be done there. Meanwhile, over in Ferrari land, Leclerc is 5th, Sainz is 11th. The rain still falling fairly hard, but stable for the time being, which is all Ferrari can really ask for at any given stage and time. So I think we'll take that as a win for now.
Speaking of win,
you're loving the segue.
I'm loving the segue. I told you.
You're welcome. I'm setting you up, left, right, and centre.
We're going to do another giveaway. We're going to do it. We've still got 2 more of these to give away before the end of the stream. So let's get one in now. How do you fancy winning another mechanical keyboard, folks, or a chance to win another mechanical keyboard? If you haven't already seen, if you missed the start of the stream, we are giving away 2 more of these custom F1 Manager mechanical keyboards. That's a mouthful. It's got very beautiful, I couldn't tell you the full specs, but it's got very beautiful, there you go, not clicky, but still clicky enough, you know. Clicky keys, it's RGB lit. I had a play with this earlier. It's genuinely got like 15 different RGB modes on it. So if that's your kind of thing, absolutely amazing. It's got one of those fancy curly cables that all of the good mechanical keyboards on Reddit have, apparently. I'm just finding out about this stuff myself because now all of a sudden I'm very into mechanical keyboards because this thing is gorgeous. So I'm going to give you the information on what you need to do to win it, which is on this piece of paper here. So we have some terms and conditions for you. To enter this giveaway, I'm about to give you a keyword that you'll need to type in the twitch.tv/Frontier chat. So if you're in our F1 Manager Twitch channel right now, you need to go over to the Frontier Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/F1 Manager. Our mods will help with that as well. This is a Frontier channel only competition. It's not available on this channel, the F1 Manager channel, sorry. Geographical restrictions do apply. You can check the full details at frontier.co.uk/legal. And this information will be posted in the chat as well. Head on over to twitch.tv/Frontier and type in !F1M23. That's !F1M23. And you could be in a chance in about 5 minutes of winning this very, very nice mechanical keyboard.
It is very nice.
Honestly,
I could vouch.
Have a go.
Can I have a feel?
Yeah, absolutely. It's got a good
QWERTY and
to
everything.
It's QWERTY. Yeah, it's one of the QWERTY ones. It's also wireless and wired, so you can have it both ways depending on.
Very lightweight as well, actually.
It is. Yeah, it's got the right sort of vibe. It's a 60% keyboard, I believe. So it's a nice compact one.
I feel like I'm on the shopping channel.
I know, right? Yeah, it is. It's a little bit. There you go. That's available for the low price of nothing if you win.
Oh, it's a bargain. It's a must go. Late in the day pit stops for Ferrari, Matt.
Yeah. A bit like Ben, just kind of in the middle of. I couldn't have gone all the way to the end with both the guys' tyres because they were under 50%. It would have meant probably a blowout for both of them, and then everyone would have been questioning my decision. So instead, fresh inters and hope that we can do something. There was a crash just a second ago between Norris and De Vries, which I was hoping to cause some kind of safety car. Alas, didn't get any of that. So yes, who knows what's going to happen? But I think one thing is for sure: points are not looking likely.
Yeah, well, up until that point, you were in the lead, really. The amount of positions you gained.
It was deceiving. It was deceiving with the pit stop strategy that was going on.
Well, but then to compound that, Blake, you were around 8th and 11th. One of your drivers has come into the pits and out again, and you're still in those positions.
We've boxed both of them. We had a virtual safety car as the weather started ramping up. So
ideal.
I saw the cars in front of me pitting, and we decided to follow suit and stay in order. So it's not looking particularly likely with this equal performance mode that I will be overtaking anyone. But I've got plenty of fuel on board, so I definitely won't run these cars out of fuel this time.
That's the main thing. You'll get a point if you finish the race. And speaking of pit stops, Ben, you just have one as well. You've got 10 laps to go too. And even though you probably won't win, because I don't think you can, having restarted. We'll see. We'll have to confer. It's looking as a much better race second time around, at least for Lance Stroll.
Yeah. Two people boxing for wets now, and I've got to decide whether I'm going to do it too. What do I do, guys? Help!
You can throw it to chat if you want.
Yeah, chat, help me.
All right, help Ben, chat. What do you think he should do?
10 laps to go. Stroll's 8th. Alonso is 16th. It's drying.
I think it's time for slicks, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, I need to see what are the gaps. You've got.
Go softs. Go
Oh,
softs.
you've got a gap.
F4. Stay out.
Is that he's quite close behind you?
Plan W.
Is Russell 35 seconds behind you, or just a couple of tenths?
Just a couple tenths, yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Ben, retire the car.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I might box Alonso. He might be the guinea pig, putting on wets.
Yeah, he's got nothing to lose.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Retire 2 cars, bin it, Ben, box for dry.
Perhaps put him onto slicks for 1 lap and then change strategy on the next lap.
That's a good
How does that sound? Yeah, that sounds familiar,
I think
right?
Matt might copy that one.
Somebody in chat asked, it's a question that I just clocked, sorry, it's in the corner of my eye. I think it was Petronus asked if you can use keyboard and mouse on Xbox. You can now, yes. So in F1 Manager 23, keyboard and mouse support for consoles is there. So you can get in there and do all of your clicking and your typing. If you get the keyboard especially, you can use that with Xbox, absolutely.
I noticed the Red Bulls got the DHL the 3rd in the fastest pit stop award. It's a nice little feature for the pit stops. And
yeah. This leads really nicely into a lot of the new. So we've done a lot of work around the pit stop area in general. So there is now the sporting director role in the game. So that's basically where that's coming from. So you have a sporting director who's responsible for all of the pit crew training. You have a much deeper pit crew training system than last year. So you can go in and really granularly set what your pit crew are training on a day-to-day basis over the course of a month, or you can choose sort of balanced focuses as well if you want to do that. But all of that will feed into making sure that they minimize risks, minimize any errors they might make during a pit stop, or potentially have a slow stop. So how you train your pit crew with your sporting director will have a big difference on not only your pit stop time, but that DHL fastest pit stop competition, which is, again, something really cool to see in the game now.
I set you up there for that one.
You did, yeah. That's a you segue. There you go.
Yeah, he won that one. Well done. Well done. Okay, bit of rehydration for Matt. Final stretch to go. Down in 12th, Sainz in 16th. How far away is Ocon in front? There's a bit of a gap, isn't there, for Leclerc?
No, there's a chance of P10, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe even P9. We've got slightly better inters. The rain's starting to come down now a bit more, so hopefully that extra tyre life might give me a bit of an edge. Maybe we'll see a few gamblers in front go on wets, and then I can hold everyone up and win. That's the dream.
Yeah, that's the Ferrari plan. Shout-outs for Gasly, Tsunoda and Albon. who are leading these individual races.
Unbelievable, isn't it? It's incredible to see. Yeah,
Fantastic
work.
work.
After multiple pit stops and laps and stuff
yeah,
as well.
Still out there. And we are really getting into the closing stage now for everybody. Blake's on lap 47, Ben's on lap 46, and Matt is on lap 43 as well. So still time for things to turn around. At the moment, it's going the way of Blake, with Verstappen and Perez up in 8th and 10th, with all of our drivers having started down in P19 and P20. It is all equal machinery. You get a point for every overtake. You get a point for finishing the race. And a reminder, Ben's Aston Martins took each other out to begin with, and then he restarted. How many points he gets is up for debate. But a second time around, Stroll's going really well. Not the case for Alonso, who's had a bit of a disaster. What did you do with Alonso in the end, Ben?
So I boxed Alonso for wets, but I'm leaving Stroll out on inters to get me some points. Come on, Stroll!
Tell him to defend like a lion.
They're on 35%.
I have. He's defending everything.
Okay. Those inters are at the lower end of their quality, shall we say, I think, for Stroll. And you've got what, 6 laps left. I think you'll be safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are the... let's start with Ben. What are the confidence levels like at the moment with your drivers?
Alonso's is in the mud right now.
Yeah.
Very low. Stroll's is a little bit higher. I assume he's had less people overtake him, so he's on medium.
Okay. Matt, over at Ferrari, 10 laps to go. Confidence?
Through the toilet for Sainz and just about medium for Leclerc. So we're not operating at a optimum level, let's say.
No, I would agree. And Blake, Red Bull, I imagine confidence is decent.
Yeah, Checo's recovered a bit. He was in the mud after getting sent all the way back to the Shadow Realm, but he's clawed back some performance together. And then Max is about where he's at. Unfortunately, I'm not really in striking distance of anybody, so I can't make too much use of their competence or lack thereof. But one thing I did notice was the tire temperature on this new game is pretty cool, because it's a really interesting game to balance that out. Like, you push too hard and you overheat them and you lose performance. So I'm trying to find the right level of pace to get the most out of this final stint. But it looks like the equal performance machinery around me, they're also doing a very good job of managing their tire effort. If I go to aggressive or attack, they just burn up really quickly. So managing that right now.
That is proper team principal insight, isn't it?
It is. And do you know what? Again, Blake, I'm really glad that you mentioned the tyre temperature. I'm going to come back to that, because I just want to announce our winner, who I believe is Phil K, or Phila K. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. This is Twitch. This is what happens. But yes, congratulations on winning the second of 3 custom F1 Manager mechanical keyboards. It's going to come in a fancy box. We will do one more keyboard giveaway by the end of the stream. You'll also get one of these fancy posters, one of these limited Automobilist posters. We're going to be chucking one of those in the box as well. So we've got one more keyboard to give away, but well done to Phila K. I was going to mention something about tyre temperatures, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Yes, what was I going to mention about tyre temperatures? I got so excited. You were saying how, it's made it a bit of an extra challenge. Blake was talking about the challenge there, and that is something that, again, has been worked on since last year. So we now have both surface and carcass temperatures simulated within the game, and the preheating of those tyres is way more important, and, keeping the temperature in the good zone is where we should be. Have we seen a car go off? Who is it?
Yeah, it's a replay on Ben's. I don't think it actually involved you, did it, Ben, in the Aston Martin?
No, Stroll's going slow and backing everyone up, and it's causing carnage for those behind.
This is the strategy.
Yeah. It's allowing Alonso to catch up. He's up to P16. He's flying.
Making use of the carnage there, the 2 Aston Martins carving through the field, while the McLarens, it seems, find themselves facing the wrong way in turn 1. Always helpful. And
a penalty for Russell as well, right? So that might be time gained as well. So if you stay within Russell, that might be lovely by the end.
Yeah, let's hope so. Need more carnage, please.
But that added element with the tyres as well, it's almost having the double effect, really. Just on top of all the other features, just really adds into the immersive and authenticity of this game, as they are just looking at Blake's Red Bull teetering out of the hairpin with Verstappen, just about holding it together in 8th at the moment. You're looking a little bit concerned, Blake, or is that just your concentration face?
Well, Hulkenberg's half a second. He's right up my gearbox, and Perez is trying to get Leclerc back, so I lost a position to Leclerc there. So, yeah, I mean, if it goes from bad to worse, we might finish 9th, 11th here.
Oh, sorry, Blake. We've got action going on at Aston Martin and Ferrari. Ben, you're avoiding contact. Leclerc's making up positions.
We're just going to get it over on the screen if we can.
It's all kicking off at the moment in the dying stages of this Japanese Grand Prix. Right, Ben, let's go to you first. Talk us through what just happened.
Heading into the Castro Triangle, Alonso very nearly ran into the back of Russell, but then overtook him. So we got a replay. We'll bring that up. Goes around the outside.
He's got a habit of running into the back of people, but he just about managed to avoid it on that occasion. So, okay, happy days for you. Happy days as well, Matt, it seems, with Leclerc. He's made up a spot.
Yeah, the fresh inters are coming into play, although it is absolutely tipping it down now. So
Can you make it to the end?
I can make it. Depends if he stays on the track or not. The tyres are in good nick. Ocon's been, see you later, mate. Up to P6 for Leclerc, but Norris ain't catchable. But Russell might pit. He might gamble, which will give me P5 potentially. And then it's all about just holding on for dear life because it looks like it's getting wetter and wetter.
Well, then you could, it's going to be tight. We'll have to do the maths when it comes to numbers. So it's going to be tight. Well, it's not over till it's over, that's for sure. 3 laps to go for Blake and Ben has got the 2 Aston Martins together. We've seen this before.
Oh, no.
Yes!
This is history repeating
but is that
itself.
Alonso getting ahead of Stroll?
It is.
And
No
without
team
biffing
orders
into
this
the back
time.
of him either.
Yep, no team orders. Full send. Let's go, Alonso.
Allegiances change very quickly, don't they, in this? Okay, all right, so in Aston Martin land, it's 11th for Alonso, Stroll is in 12th. Over in Ferrari land, Leclerc is 6th, Sainz struggling a little bit, he's down in 13th. 3 laps to go with the Red Bulls, it's still 8th for Verstappen and 10th for Perez. But it's really, the Ferraris and the Red Bulls are kind of on their own.
Stops.
Meanwhile, Aston Martin are in a massive fight with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other cars behind them and 3 cars ahead of them, Ben. You've got your work cut out for you in these last 3 laps.
Yeah, Stroll's in free fall now. It's not looking good. He's just getting overtaken every corner. There goes a Ferrari.
Oh, this is disaster. Oh, look at that onboard helmet cam. Nice. This is a look at the
There's a flashing
rear of
icon
Stroll.
there.
So we're on board with Russell, I think, are we?
Yep.
And looking at Stroll, and he does look a little bit weak. You hung him out to dry, that's for sure, because Alonso is now rocketed up to 11th.
He's not happy with those tyres.
Tyre temperature now optimal though.
They're optimal, but the condition of them is
not great.
in the danger zone.
Oh,
I would
look
say.
at that. You're just keeping them all behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars all behind the Aston Martin as it comes into the hairpin.
Defending
They're just
like a
going to take
lion.
each other out, then. This is mega plays, dude.
Yeah.
This is
El
Stroll
plan.
taking the sacrifice for Alonso. So if Alonso doesn't get a point here, it's going to be all for nothing, really. Red Bull, Blake, looks like you've got a clear track in front of you. You're just managing things to the end.
Yep, we've got Perez overtook Leclerc again, and we're trying to get. If we can get 8th, 9th, I think that will be the best we can after missing out on the. Unfortunately, a bit too late to go to wets on the first wet spell of the race. Missed it completely, and that's had us over.
Okay, well, 1 more lap to go then. Meanwhile, though, it's not over, Matt, for Leclerc. Russell did pit, so that's got you up a spot, and you're very close with De Vries right now. In fact, you just got ahead of him.
No, De Vries is all over the back of me. He's so quick. Is very much. I've just told Charles to always defend, and this is what he's going to have to do for 5 laps. So it's going to be very much a Stroll-Ben scenario, I think, because it's getting a bit tight out there.
Oh, because you've got De Vries, Bottas, Zhou, and Magnussen all there, ready and waiting. And we should probably say De Vries will be in the game when you first get it, but Ricciardo will be available.
No!
That's absolutely. Oh,
I got a puncture.
No! Let's come back to that. It's not meant to be
Look
for
at the
Aston
sparks.
Martin and Lance Stroll on the last lap. The sparks are flying. It's a puncture for Ben
races in a
Daly's
row.
Aston Martin team. But to be fair, at least it's not Alonso, it's just Stroll. And he's fallen all the way to the back. And that is disaster. Was that contact, Ben?
No, just I think tyre wear. It just let go at around 25%. So I
can
was
happen.
chancing it, but I didn't expect that.
That is a disaster. Even second time around, and it wasn't meant to be for the Aston Martins. Alonso up in 11th though. Meanwhile, it's going to be Blake's Red Bulls who will see the checkered flag first. Just a couple of corners to go, Blake, and it looks like you're going to seal 8th and 10th.
Looks like it, yeah. Unless Leclerc gets us into the final corner here.
How
Nope,
close?
I don't think
how
he's gonna
close
do
is
it.
he? Oh,
No, he's way off the gearbox. We're good.
I think you've done it. I think you've
Final
done it.
lap starting now.
Oh, you're on the
I gotta
last
hold
lap
him off.
now. My apologies. So you've still got a few more corners to go. Meanwhile, is Stroll limping to the finish, Ben?
Yes, there's some strategy in this.
Yeah. Keep him out. You never know what could
happen.
happen. It's Formula One.
The sparks are there to distract the other drivers. That's the plan, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Tsunoda gets through. Wasn't planning on that.
Oh,
Come on,
and
Stroll, keep blocking him.
while Stroll lights up the tyres with sparks, unfortunately, Leclerc, Matt, is falling down the field. De Vries got through. Bottas, Zhou, Magnussen's through now as well. Can Alonso get through?
Yeah, I think Shah will be better in a boat than he is on intermediates, to be honest with you. It was a risk. I had to throw the dice and do it. Otherwise, I would have pitted and I would have been languishing in probably 13th or 12th. So, look, Leclerc even said it's a joke. I agree. 5 millimetres of track wetness. He's doing unbelievably to try and hold off Russell right now, but oh no. And that's no points. Perfect. I should have just not turned up.
And because you've fallen so far down, I think the points and the win is probably going to go the way of Blake.
It's looking that way.
Right
We've got
now.
the checkered flag now coming across for Blake's final lap.
Yeah, and Blake, now you actually do have a couple of corners left. Leclerc is really close though.
He's sniffing. He knows what's going on here. I don't think he can do it. This is a tough one to overtake out of, and he's just going to fall back. And 8th and 10th for Red Bull crew.
That was almost
This
carbon
save-
copy of what happened last year, where Leclerc ended up cutting the corner. Didn't happen that occasion though. But you've managed to get, yes, double points, 8th and 10th. But of course, it's the points you get for overtaking as well, considering you started down in 19th and 20th, and you get a point for finishing the race. So I think we can probably crown it there.
I think it's fair to say that it's that the outcome is looking like it's going to be breaks. Obviously we'll add
It
the.
is never over until it's over.
He's got 3 laps to go. Anything could
Give me a
happen.
safety car, please.
Okay, a safety car happens. What are you going to do?
Oh, softs. Absolutely. Whoa! Joel!
Oh, wait, what's happened?
It's not over until it's over.
This is Formula One. Matt Gallagher can't believe it. Onto the grass
going?
with just a few laps to go, and Leclerc has got a mind of his own in that Ferrari.
Was that Latifi's line from a couple years ago?
What happened, Matt? He just drove
He's
straight
trying
through.
out as well. I'm going to be having words with him after the race.
What will those words be? For a family stream.
For a family stream, there's no words.
If it helps, Leclerc has gone onto the podium in Ben's Aston Martin race. But
That doesn't help.
No, okay, fine.
If you want to know the potential of what
Ben,
you could have done.
where did Stroll and Alonso finish in the end? Can you remember? Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
That's
so
ideal.
we had Stroll in dead last with the puncture, and Nando just missed out on a point.
It's a
12
solid
seconds off the
recovery,
end.
though, for Fernando, you have to say. And a solid recovery for you, having taken both of them out in the first race.
Absolutely. I mean, whatever I got after the double DNF is a bonus. But yeah, I think like Blake, I missed out on that initial switch to wets in that first bout of rain. So yeah, decisive at the start.
Well done, Ben, for making it to the end. But Blake, I think you're going to be happy with that in the Red Bull debrief this evening.
Yeah, I mean, equal performance. We were talking about the right things on the pit wall, but we did miss a couple of opportunities to put on the correct tires, which is the rule of racing in the wet. And I have to give it up to the devs who put together this save. That was a very tricky save. And I hope we have more races like this in real life and some opportunities to rewrite some of these races in F1 Manager later this season, because that was actually a blast. That was a blast.
That was awesome. I had fun.
I've had a lot of fun.
Well, hang on, we're wrapping, but Matt's still got a bit to go.
Jeez!
Sorry, Matt, you're still there. You're still with us.
Look, I'm claiming P2. It's fine.
Where are we now? Last lap, you're defending for your life. Sainz is down in 17th, defending from Sargent. Leclerc's up in 13th, with Piastri and Verstappen for company. So it's really you've got it right up to the line here.
I just need to beat Ben. That's all I care about at this point. Look, the track condition has changed to damp. We needed 10 more laps here. We were on the right tyres.
What could have been?
Oh, God, I'm not going to finish the race. Oh, Jesus.
Wait, how's your fuel looking?
Carlos needs to save immediately. I wasn't looking.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
I just need to beat Ben. If Sainz conks out, I'm in trouble.
You might actually be in trouble.
A couple of corners to go. Leclerc's going to cross the line in 2 turns' time.
Sainz needs to finish.
Close. It's so close. It's just, oh my God.
Leclerc
he's green. He's green.
What's Sainz got? Will he make it?
Yeah, he's fine. He's green.
Sainz got through. Come on! Yes.
I have loads of fuel left.
All right. We'll forget about the rule about having a litre left. There's a F1 Manager assumes that there is a litre left at the end of the race, so you're safe there.
Oh, that was a hard race though. Good, different strategies unveiling themselves. Some better, some not so good. But Suzuka, great track. The weather, throwing it all up in the air.
It really did. As we said, we foreshadowed it that the rain might come into play here and make this a little bit more of a challenge, especially with the equal performance. This equal performance Suzuka scenario is in the game as a starting grid. You can do this as part of the exclusive scenarios available in the digital deluxe edition of F1 Manager 23, and that's what these guys have just done. And yeah, I think it's proven that it's a challenge worth having a go at.
So do we now officially crown?
I think we do, don't we? I think this is it. I mean, we don't even need to see the positions.
What's the official term? Best.
So this was, I wrote it down as the winner will be crowned the F1 Manager Best Strategist ever until the next time we use this idea, because it worked really well. So for now, Blake, congratulations, you are the F1 Manager Best Strategist ever.
Until we do this again.
Until we do this again. Well done. I'm going to drop a bottle of champagne and break a mug or something. It's just
that would be fantastic. I'd love champagne out of a mug. Heart rate's high, the adrenaline. You never knew what was going to happen in that. And it was, again, it was a great save. The game's a lot of fun. Checo had a little bit of a tough day. Didn't really get on with the Inter, but 8th and 10th, not bad. Not bad for leaving a little bit of performance on the table, though. I'll just have a little bit more cold brewed coffee that's way too strong so I can sleep well tonight.
Good stuff. All right, and any final closing thoughts from Ben?
Yeah, the scenario was great. It kept us all on our toes. Like there was no clear strategy of what to do there. So fair play for teeing all that up for us, and it was good. Just a shame I couldn't keep my drivers out of the barriers, but Alonso he did all right.
And me, yes, sorry. Just reflecting on that horrendous race, to be honest with you. But it was, it was good. I think I made every single call wrong, but that's part and parcel of learning, with this F1 Manager 23 game. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it.
That's the realistic way.
It was great. I was emulating Ferrari and I did that beautifully. So thanks for having me.
Top jobs all round. Well done.
Excellent. All right. Well, I think that's probably the best time to say goodbye to our F1 creators. We do have one more giveaway to do that we'll do, but we won't hold you guys up for that. So thank you so much for being part of this. This has been really, really cool. Like I said, this was the first time we've ever done anything like this. It was a technical marvel to get 3 streams, 3 saves, 3 streams together to do this. So thank you very, very much for taking part in it. And yeah, thank you guys. That was really, really fun. I haven't laughed like that at antics in this game until we saw that. And there will be be some clips brought there with some perfect timing of your statements there, Ben and Matt, both guilty there of cursing yourself. So thank you so much for taking part, guys. Congratulations, Blake, for being the F1 Manager 23 best strategist ever until we do this again. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you so much for joining us.
Cheers.
Thanks so much.
Thanks so much, guys.
Cheers, guys. Thank you, creators.
guys.
We'll say goodbye.
Bye.
All right, folks. Yeah, we've got a few minutes left. We're going to give away one more keyboard, so we'll do that. Let's start that now. So, if you are just joining us for the end of this stream, then you're going to have to watch the VOD because I think it was a really cool one.
Yep.
I'm going to show you for one last time this mechanical keyboard before I take it home and hide it. This is the custom F1 Manager keyboard. Can you do the holding
Yes,
of the box
course.
again for me? Because this foam is tight. Here we go. Look at this. This is a custom F1 Manager keyboard. You'll see that we've got a couple of different keycaps on here that are really cool. I really like that. There's an ERS button one here for your shift key, which is great. It's wired and wireless. There are only as many of these as we made. I don't know how many we did make, but this is an extremely limited prize, let's say that. So to enter this competition, I'm going to read out some T's and C's that I have to read out. To enter this giveaway, I'm about to give you a keyword, which you may already know if you've been here from the start, but hold fire. This is a Frontier Twitch channel only competition, so you need to go over to the Twitch channel for Frontier, which is twitch.tv/Frontier. The mods will help you out with this as well. Geographical restrictions do apply. You can check the full T's and C's at frontier.co.uk/legal, and this information has just been posted in the chat. If you're a winner, we'll announce that in the next 5 minutes. You've got 5 minutes to head over to twitch.tv/Frontier and enter !F1M23. That's !F1M23. So pop that in the twitch.tv/Frontier chat. 5 minutes. You only have to do it once, by the way. Don't spam it. That's not going to increase your chances of winning. Just put it in once. It will register it. All you're going to do is absolutely break the chat by putting it in too many times. So just put it in once and that's it. And yeah, I'm going to just reel off for you the information that you need to know about F1 Manager 23 before we close this out as well. So F1 Manager 23 is playable now if you pick up the Deluxe Edition. So the Deluxe Edition gives you early unlock up to 4 days, as we do launch the Standard Edition on July 31st. You can still pre-order that Standard Edition and get the 3 exclusive race moments that are part of the race replay mode. And if you pick up the Deluxe Edition, not only are you getting that early unlock available from now until the launch, but you are also unlocking 12 exclusive scenarios, one of which is what we've just played. So we've just played the Suzuka equal performance scenario in the game. You can play that same scenario, although you won't be P19 and P20, it will be wherever you pick the teams. But you can have a go at that scenario as well and see how you get on compared to the guys who challenged the grid there. Yeah, so whilst we wait for that sort of final competition, how are you feeling, Harry? How was that for you?
I loved it. I really enjoyed that. Thanks for having me along.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
it's
thank you for
such
coming.
it's really cool because you're seeing the race action as well, but you're seeing it in a completely different kind of perspective. It's almost the second part of what you're focusing on, really, because it is about making those strategy calls. And even though we're not playing it, it's just as much fun to kind of watch it.
Honestly,
I
found this throughout my time, just kind of showing the game. We went to Silverstone, we showed the game off at Silverstone with a pit wall. I couldn't make it this year, I was stuck in Amsterdam, that's a whole other story. But the year previous we were at Silverstone and like just being behind people, watching them play, like dipping in and asking them, so what are you going to do here?
Yeah.
What's your strategy there? I find that really, really enjoyable. And I'm glad you did too. And I hope everyone in chat did, because I think that was really cool. Adam is telling me that we can play Ben's clip. So I think we should see Ben's clip of his famous last words. So let's quickly watch that clip and then we should be able to announce the winner of this final keyboard.
Fair enough. Stroll having the race of his life ahead of Alonso in 16th at the moment. Blake, it's looking ever darker. And I think you're starting to get a few raindrops as well.
It's ramping up.
Oh, hang on, Blake. Stop right there. We've got an Aston Martin off.
2 secs, Blake.
2 Aston Martins off.
No way.
Multiple cars colliding. It's Stroll and Alonso. Ben Daly can't believe it. The rain is coming down. Let's take a look. Oh, no! It's teammates colliding.
Absolutely incredible. That is going to be timeless. I think that might be the first truly timeless F1 Manager clip. That's fantastic.
Is just gold.
The head in hands. The oh no! It's just perfect. That's so good. That's gonna go down in history. I think that's truly awesome. So we have 1 more minute on the competition. You've got 1 more minute to head over to twitch.tv/Frontier and enter !F1M23 to win one of those keyboards that is on the desk in front of me. You will also get one of these posters behind me as well that I've fantastically stuck to our wall with blue tack, but that is a Automobilist exclusive poster. There's only 200 of those that exist, so you will win one of those as well as part of that competition. Someone's just said they want to hear more about Stuck in Amsterdam.
Yeah, I saw that. I want to know.
That's it was a flight thing. There was nothing too exciting.
Boring,
yeah, I know. I said it was a story for another time, but it's really
it's not a story for never.
A flight got delayed. Really is the whole thing. But there you go. Sorry for the bummer. They've kind of ended it on a ruiner there. We should have watched the clip after I said that. But we will have a winner very shortly for that. The competition is now closed, so we will be announcing that winner very soon, and then I think we'll call it a stream. There we go. It's Cynistic. Cynistic, you have been accepted as the winner of our final keyboard and poster. Congratulations, well done. Thank you for sticking with us and enjoying, hopefully enjoying the stream anyway, but you will certainly be enjoying this F1 Manager 23 mechanical keyboard. It's really cool. I think you'll be really excited when you see that. We'll sort out all the logistics. Every competition winner will get in touch with you and sort all of that out over the next couple of days. But I believe that's a stream. We are well within our timing. We've done this perfectly. This has worked really well, Harry. I'm very pleased. I was a little bit concerned that we always run over. This is the first time that we're not going to run over on a stream.
Oh wow!
Yeah, we are. We're starting to nail it in. You see, we've got our own strategy.
Yeah,
and we've honed it. I think.
We're on what plan are we on? Plan B, C,
I'd say,
D?
well, if we say our first stream's a plan A, we're on plan B now.
Okay, that's not bad.
We're doing all right. We're not at the Ks yet.
No, we're not Ferrari level yet.
We haven't got down to the Ks or the Zs or anything like that yet. So no, we're doing well. Looking through everything, we are done. That's it. We've done it. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. I think that's the main thing to do now, is just say thank you. So thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed this. It's been an absolute pleasure. Like I said, this is the first time we've done anything like this. So thank you, Harry, for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I really
Absolutely.
loved it.
Thank you again to our content creators. Thank you to all of you in chat. Thank you to our producer, Adam, behind the scenes, doing the ones and twos on all of the cameras and all of that, and helping us do this genuine technical marvel of having 3 streams coming into the stream like this. It's been really awesome. Thank you to everyone that's helped with that. Thank you to our wonderful dev team for producing this game and for providing us with these challenges to throw at people. Yeah, I think that's about it. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks to our mods as well. I don't know if I said thank you to the mods. I like to do all the thank yous. So that's it. We'll wrap it up.
Should we thank all the team principals as well?
We should thank all the team principals, all the drivers.
Yeah.
Thank you to Suzuka for existing and being one of the best tracks in F1. All of the best tracks in F1 begin with S, by the way. Silverstone, Suzuka, and Spa.
Oh, okay.
Those are the top 3 tracks. Yeah. Silverstone.
Did you say that?
Spa.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, Suzuka, the best 3 tracks.
Okay.
Best 3 tracks. What are your best 3 tracks?
Oh, don't say that now. I like Singapore.
Singapore.
I love Suzuka, and I really like Monza.
Monza. All right. Okay. And on that bombshell, we will end the stream. Thank you very much, everybody. F1 Manager 23 is available now with the Deluxe Edition early unlock, or we'll see you on Monday if you're getting the Standard Edition, 4 p.m. BST. Thank you very much. We'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.
Let's get this underway.
Let's just put our head down.
It's turned in on me.
It started to get increased deck on the tire.
What is this?
Just had a snap.
The Red Bull takes the win.
Yes!
The sprint today sees the drivers tackle 19 laps of the Lusail International Circuit.
Right, head down. We'll leave you to it.
So what is the plan?
Okay, so we think a box for Inter.
Copy, box.
You got Verstappen right behind you. Try and hold position.
Yeah, I'm trying, mate. I'm trying.
The competition is certainly tense at the front with both cars neck and neck. Will we see a change for the lead?